On the second Sunday after Pascha, in the Orthodox tradition, we focus on the myrrh-bearing women, the women who went to anoint Christ's body. And we look at the details of their story and recognize a pattern, a model for our own spiritual lives. First of all, we read that they set out first thing in the morning, even before it was light. How many of our days would be transformed if we set out first thing, focused, expectant of Christ? And the women set out not knowing who would move the stone from in front of the tomb. They set out knowing there was an obstacle between them and Christ, but yet they set out nonetheless, believing that that obstacle will be overcome. The stone can symbolize our sin, our habits, our way of living, anything that we feel is a barrier between us and Christ. We must set out in our spiritual life seeking God, believing that He can remove anything that we imagine is an obstacle between us and Him. And they set out not with empty hands, they set out with spices. We too meet with Christ, not with empty hands, but we offer Him our faith, our repentance, our love. And the stone, they find, has been moved away, not gently by the angel with a gentle touch, but with a great, violent earthquake. There must too be a great earthquake in our own lives, not small piecemeal changes, but whole-scale transformation of who and what we are. And they went with expectations of finding a dead body, but they found an angel and then the living Christ. When we meet with Christ, we mustn't allow our expectations to limit who and what we believe God is. God, the living God, and His infinite mystery can turn upside down every expectation that we have. We must be prepared for this, open to this. And at the end of the story, Jesus instructs both the myrrh bearers and the disciples to return to Galilee, return to the place where they first met Him and encountered Him. This is a great teaching for all of us, because we can allow at times our faith to become dry, to wither. And we see here a reminder that it's useful to sometimes return to that place when we first encountered Christ. Revisit what gave us that enthusiasm for Him. What was it that led us to faith in Him? Reignite the flame within us so that we don't become like the foolish virgins whose lamps were allowed to go out. Their lamp of faith was allowed to die. We must keep that flame alive, burning, so that when our bridegroom comes, He will say to us, "Enter the feast."